Right at when it's supposed to start. There we go. Hey, everybody. How is everybody in the chat today?
Oh, it ain't showing up on my screen.
Hope everybody is doing good. You guys see we have Exploring with Sam.
Yeah, mute. Who is it? No? We're, okay. All right. Are we up? Okay. Well, hi, everybody. I disappeared at the very beginning. Eli, get up here, please. My internet is going awful. I need you. Are you here,
Hey,
Eli?
anyway,
Buddy, we're here to interview Mr. Sam Jr. Sam Jr. And you know what? This is a good interview because I've been watching his videos like almost all day. What's up with that witch in the graveyard, Sam? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That kind of got a little freaky.
Come on.
And the red eyeballs, saw that too. That shouldn't be out there like that. That's just wrong, the red eyeballs. Did you watch that one? Brendan, did you see that one?
I haven't seen that one.
Red eyeballs in the woods. I don't know.
Red eyes in the
Watch all
woods.
day. Eli, where you
I
at?
have to watch that one, Sam, because I haven't seen that one yet. Red eyes in the woods doesn't mean that it's a witch.
I'm trying not to disappear, Corey. I promise. I'm trying not to disappear. So far, I'm here. We're going. Oh, wait. Is Eli back there? Nope, Eli ain't back there yet. All right, we're just gonna do it. Eli's not here. Bren, you're here. Sam, you're here. We're good. Right. So,
Let's get it.
Sam,
Yes,
tell us about your channel, bruh.
Shoot, my channel is built.
Can anybody hear me or no? Nobody hears me.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me? What do you mean you can't hear me? Nobody can hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Bren, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Bren?
Yes.
Everybody can hear me. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, the chat can hear you.
Everybody said they can hear you, Jack.
All right. Okay, there you are. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm holding the word Sam go. All right. All right, Sam. Tell us about your channel and what you do.
My channel is built around paranormal. Somebody going. Who's that going?
I can't hear an echo. I can't now.
Do I have an echo?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it me? It's me?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay, so go ahead and start telling about your channel. She'll be back.
My channel is built around paranormal, mainly because there's no abandoned places around here to go to. Everybody's so tight-lipped about abandoned places, historic places, So basically, it's just based around paranormal. Doing investigation in cemeteries, and here pretty soon I'm going to be broadening it out to other places.
That's awesome. I heard that you were coming up North Kakalaki way.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. We're waiting for that one. We'd love to collab with you. That's awesome. You in Paranormal Playground, right?
Yes, ma'am.
She's cool too.
Yeah.
And she's do you have like any type of like sensitivities or anything when it comes to the paranormal?
My senses are actually developing. When I first started, I had, I didn't think that I had any. I just went out here trying to.
Is that better?
Use a necrophonic app and stuff, but I started noticing I had sensitivities when I went to this voodoo witch cemetery during the daytime. I could feel off and on. My hair would stand up on end. Sometimes I'd get goosebumps at the same time, and it was intermittent. And then I would go back and would feel nothing. And then when I'd done a couple of nighttime investigations, I could feel it. like I said, it's starting to develop because now I can start to feel what other people are feeling. Like if somebody I'm real close to, if they're having a bad day, I can feel it. I can tell. Say for instance, somebody that's real close to me had a bad headache one day, and
Did you turn that fan off?
they were going to go to the emergency room. I was like, well, go ahead if you need to. I was sitting in the movie theater. I took my son and his girlfriend to the movies, and a few minutes before I got a text saying that they was in the ER, I got a pressure in my head. I felt it right off. I knew what it was right off the bat.
Damn. Oh,
So
wow.
my senses are starting to heighten the more I get into it.
That's awesome. But I mean, it's creepy, but awesome all at the same time. I mean, I don't know. That's ooh. Mm.
Now, as far as seeing stuff, I started seeing stuff when I was a kid. When I was like probably kindergarten, first, second grade, I had this, how kids play in empty boxes and stuff like that. Well, I had one in my room. And one night during the middle of the night, I had just woke up out of nothing. And I could see a dark shadow peeking out of the corner of this box and would go in and out, in and out, in and out. So I just stuck the cover on my head, turned over, and went back to sleep. I have stuff here in the house. I'll hear faint whispers of my name being called. I don't know if it's the doll that I have. I've done an investigation on the doll, and sometimes the K2 will kick off, and sometimes it won't. It'll sound like somebody's washing their hands at the kitchen sink, or it sounds like the washer's running, and nobody will be here. So, and also, oh yeah, when I was younger.
So you dealt from it from a young age then?
Yeah.
A young age.
5th to 6th grade, we had like a thunder, and I don't know if this means anything. It may and may not, but we was having fixing to have a thunderstorm, and I was standing at the glass door. And my mom told me, she said, "Get away from that glass door." Well, I stood there, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, I seen 2 red dots flash right in front of my eyes. And the next thing I know, I'm walking out, I'm coming up out from underneath the coffee table, which was about 4 foot away from the door. Mom yelled at me. She said, "What in the hell are you doing underneath that coffee table?" I was like, "I don't know." Don't know how I got there. I saw 2 red dots, and the next thing I know, I'm coming out from underneath the coffee table.
I said he'd cheat full of mud.
Do you think that you got shocked, or do you think that something put you there?
I don't know. I've never been able to explain it. Like I said, I seen 2 red dots in the sky, and the next thing I know, I'm coming out from underneath the coffee table. Now, whether that means anything or not, I don't know.
2 red dots in the sky. I've never heard of that. I mean, you see something lights or something like that in the sky, you automatically think UFO.
Yeah, these were just 2 red dots. I mean, they were they just like that video when I seen the 2 red dots in the cemetery. That's exactly what it looked like. Only it was a daylight sky. It was just 2 red dots in the sky. So,
hey, everybody new that's come in. Ripley, Ops, Laura. Happy birthday, Miss Brenda.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. So, see, that's the thing when you have it from very young on, Sam, it's kind of hard to, it's not like you can tell your friends. It's not like some of your family members will believe you. It's not like it's something you can just go, "Oh, hey, by the way, I see ghosts."
Yeah.
You'd be locked up in a padded room.
Now, I've been sitting out here in my backyard, and this was 4 years ago. I got a glimpse of an apparition of a ghost woman. And the reason I know it was because it wasn't walking like a regular person. It was in a white translucent gown with long dark hair, and it was just floating across the ground in the backyard. Probably.
Okay, Lori.
Right. Well, I know, most of the time when, because my husband sees them like you do and like Jack does, but he says that how he can tell them apart. And that's usually how I can tell them apart when I do get to them. The males will come through like a darker shade, like a darker shade color. And the women will come through white or clear.
Right.
So
that's what she was. It was like a white, opaque, or translucent looking gown with long dark hair. It just floated across the ground, and I was like, "Huh." It didn't scare me. I didn't,
Is there anything like whenever you go out, like ghost hunting or whatever? Like, what's your favorite thing to use when you go?
I'm starting to get into using Ghost Tube more because it pulls. It's not like the. I like using the necrophonic. Don't get me wrong. That's my go-to.
Everybody
But it's
get
the
me a bit.
necrophonic. If I can't get nothing out of the necrophonic, then I go to the Ghost Tube because the Ghost Tube will pull it straight out of the air.
Yeah,
You know, if the spirit's going to speak, that app's going to pick it up.
yeah, that's true.
And it's 100% legit because I've talked to the creator of that app several times and had questions about certain things and he's gotten back with me. So, but I love that Ghost Tube.
And they say if you
I
can
can't
put,
get Ghost Tube on my phone. I've tried. It won't download.
that's weird. They say if you
I
can put
don't
it
know
on,
why it won't download to my phone. Maybe it'll download to my new phone. Huh?
it said if you can put it on airplane mode and it still works, that the app is legit.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Well, it
If
won't
it
download.
won't,
It says, well, I didn't try it on my new phone that I just got, Bren, but it says it goes to for Android. But I know before it was just for Apple. I remember in the beginning it was just for Apple. But then they said they did it for Android, and I tried to download it, and it said my phone wasn't compatible or something.
yeah.
What would that
be?
be? Hi, Toby. Welcome back.
It may have to
Hey,
be
welcome
a
back.
certain.
Do you know why that? What do you have to have something special on your phone to have Ghost Tube?
I got an iPhone, so it went straight to my. I mean, I could straight download.
And I got an Android too, and it downloaded fine on mine too. I mean, mine's a newer model.
Huh.
Even like
I'll try it on my new phone.
when we had the A20s, it had the Ghost
Yeah,
Tube downloaded that too.
Hmm.
Now, have you ever caught like because I haven't seen a whole lot of your videos. Have you ever caught like a just a regular like a disembodied voice on your videos?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the videos, I think it was the one I did a collab with Jerry. I caught a disembodied voice on the camera, but at my editing app, I couldn't type in what I heard. But I mean, you can. I can't remember. It's toward the beginning of the video. I was panning around, and it sounded like a breath just right there beside my ear.
Oh, wow.
I've caught that several times on camera.
That's always nice to catch too when you're not using like the ghost trucks and stuff. That's what people really, to me, that's what people hear. And so usually some people want to actually hear the spirits talking without, without the like electronics and ghost tubes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now I didn't catch one as good as Paranormal Playground did on her cemetery video, but hers was just freaking clear as day. I mean, it sounded like somebody was right there in the phone, but mine was kind of like faint. I mean, you can tell it's there. You could hear the breath. There's another cemetery I've done also that you could hear somebody say something in another breath.
That is cool. That is cool.
So I like catching stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we do too. I mean, we don't get that too often. We just get more or less the spirit with the cat balls, or like get a lot of times we get a lot of clear responses through the necrophonic, or this new app that Babe is using too. It's the Miracle Box. It's
I want to get that.
The Huff Paranormal. I mean, it's like when the spirits are like directly talking to you, they'll you get really clear like we're talking.
Right. See, y'all was using it that one day trying to find about that case, and
Yeah.
I could hear words coming through it and just clear as day.
Well, see, I can't always understand it though, and that's why I tell him, I'm like, babe, I don't know how I feel about that app. I don't really like it.
I could hear the words coming through. I mean, I would have to get, because of so much going on, I would have to put in a pair of headphones and be able to listen closer. But I could hear some words coming through what he was saying.
Oh wow! So, out of all the investigations you've done, which one was your favorite and why?
My favorite one is going to have to be the cemetery that I just did, Maplewood Cemetery. It's got over 500 Confederate soldiers buried, unknown. 407 are unknown, and the rest of them are throughout the regular civilian part of the cemetery. Now I tried using the ghost tube, where the 407 were buried, the unknown. I couldn't get nothing on it. It wouldn't say, it was quiet. And so I used the necrophonic, and I had a bunch of stuff come through on the necrophonic. And then when I moved over to the civilian part, the ghost tube just went freaking crazy. I had people telling me to kneel. I had people telling me, grandmother, don't go, come back. It was cool. That has to be my favorite cemetery so far.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We went to a cemetery in New Bern out here in North Carolina, but it's like we got out to this part where there was a tree sitting, and there was a bunch of like little gravestones and tombs and stuff like that around this tree. And we get out, no sooner than we get out there, the spirits tell Billy to sit down.
Really?
That they wanted to talk to him, and then they started asking us for something to drink. How do you give a spirit something to drink?
I had one say water on the ghost tube app, said water, and it was hot as crap that day.
Not unless you could take and like pour it on the ground. And is that how you give them a drink?
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, and then we had in another part of that cemetery, we had a Confederate soldier. I think he was a captain. We gave him a cigarette as an offering, and you could hear him through the necrophonic going.
I saw that video. I saw the cigarette going down.
Right, that was so cool.
That
was the first time we had ever had something like happen. I mean, that's going to be a video we'll always remember.
Yeah. I watched that video and I was tripping out. I was like, this spirit is actually smoking this cigarette. And you could only draw, the butt was in the ground. So for it to go down, it had to be drawn. It had to be like a smoke. Because when you set a cigarette up in the butt like that, it'll go out. But that's how a lot of the old timey folks used to put a cigarette. They set it up on its butt and it would go out.
Yep. And that was the first time we ever had something happen. Anytime that you have been out, have you ever experienced something that you couldn't explain?
I'm trying. I'm reaching. I'm reaching.
Do what now?
Okay.
But I'm here now, so we're just gonna pray that Jack stays.
We got to. You want to get something for our continue? Yeah. Okay. So I know besides the red lights that you've seen in the sky, whatever, has there ever been anything else that you couldn't explain while you were out investigating?
Anything else to explain why I was out?
Yeah, like when you were out investigating, like something happened that you had no answer for, that you didn't know what was going on, or maybe feel like you weren't like you lost track of time, or.
Oh yeah, no doubt. At the Voodoo Witch Cemetery, the very first time I ever filmed there, during the day by myself, I felt disoriented, like I had a loss for words. Like when I was doing an intro, it's like I couldn't think about what I wanted to say. So I went on, carrying on, I didn't have the necrophonic on. I didn't use it that day. I just filmed the cemetery, just doing an explore. And when I got done, when I was doing the outro, I was confused. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to say. It's like I was talking and just like I lost all train of thought. I got home to review that footage. All the audio was there, but the video, the prank, it just froze. So something's there.
Like anybody in this world that you could collab with, anybody in this world, who would it be, and where would you go?
everybody and everywhere. My future goal is in probably 3, 4, 5 years from now, sell everything I got but the clothes on my back and get a motorhome and start traveling, start collabing.
That's our goal too.
That's what I want to do.
Yep. We want to make it so big to where we can make a stop in every state to see everybody and collab with them.
Yep.
That's our dream one day, and it's going to happen. It's just going to take time to do it.
Exactly.
I mean, you have the real ghost hunters out there. You have the entertainment out there.
Exactly.
And both genres, they make it. They both make it. You see a lot of the higher up names or whatever. They they'll tell you that if you read the description, it says entertainment.
Right.
Entertainment means that not everything is real that you see. That it's acted upon to make it interesting. But everything you see come from Hawk Paranormal is real.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's me. I mean, I don't want to fake nothing because I'm out to try to get answers. I'm out trying to figure out. I'm trying to find a way to put it. I guess basically just trying to find answers. Gather evidence, try to communicate. I mean, why would you want to fake something like that?
I think there's a lot of people that do it, but they got to do what they got to do to make it through the YouTube world, I guess.
Yeah. To me, if I make it to where I can get monetized, I'm satisfied. I'm not worried about numbers right now. My analytics are okay. They're doing good, so I'm not really too worried about that. I just want to get investigating, finding answers, and putting it up.
Right. Have you ever been anywhere to where it pretty much scared you so bad that you just wanted to leave?
How's it going?
Scared me so bad to what?
That you wanted to leave. That you just wanted to leave, to get out of that place and just go home.
Nope.
Do you scare easily?
No.
I do. See, the place, the only place that really scared me real bad was Devil's Tramping Ground.
Really?
I got so scared there that I started playing church hymns. It was crazy to me.
I'm the type of person that if something's going to happen, I want to be there. Why run from it? I'm not going to get scared easy. I mean, if you're going to throw something, maybe come on. I get in there with you. I'll throw stuff back.
See, it's never good to be scared of spirits because that's when they're going to attack you the most. They're always looking for someone that's an easy prey.
Exactly.
Just like animals do.
From what I understand and what I've been gathering evidence on and taking notes on, they feed off of fear. So if you show them fear, that gives them power. That gives them the energy.
Yeah. With haunted dolls, I seen one of your videos today, about this old lady she was like doll, and she was in a chair, and that was pretty amazing though. I was waiting for the angels to actually open his eyes too. I was just like waiting for her to do that. Now that would have been amazing right there.
I tell you what, if the angel opened his eyes, I'd have been done.
God damn, I was waiting. I just had this feeling that something was really attached to that angel. And it really wanted to show you something, and I think something's really attached to it, and it's just this energy that I get that's just like it's waiting, it wants to do something, open its eyes, but it can't.
Yeah.
Or it's not possible.
That angel, I got an EVP, well, the K2, I got a hit off of it a month ago, okay? And every once in a while, I would go back to where she's sitting at and wouldn't get nothing. I'd walk around the house, wouldn't get nothing. So whatever is attached to that only wants to be seen when it wants to be seen.
Wow.
Like when I done the investigation with the granny doll you're talking about and the angel.
Yeah.
The K2 wouldn't light up with the granny doll. But when I put the K2 in front of the angel, it sat there for a minute. And then finally, I guess it was warming up, And then the K2, it lit for a little bit there. And then it just completely stopped again.
Wow. Like when you touch it, do you feel like an energy to it? Like a vibe? Sort of like you touch something like like let's say you go into a property like haunted house, you feel like energy, electric energy in your hands, because with all that memories and everything else. But do you feel something with the doll every time you hold it?
Not when I hold it. I mean, I feel drawn to it, but as far as holding it and feeling energy, I don't feel it. I don't know if
Hmm.
it's because my senses hadn't heightened to that stage yet,
Yeah,
but I always feel drawn to that angel for some reason.
yeah. Do you believe that um contacting attached item can maybe attach itself to you because it's so tired of being in that angel or the old doll or old lady? Like, are you worried about that?
Not really, because I don't feel anything malicious or negative coming off of it.
Mm,
Like if I go to the Voodoo Witch Cemetery, now that place I can feel the negative energy coming, just resonating from that place. But as
wow.
far as that doll, I don't feel anything negative, and that doll's been in
Mm,
this house for years,
yeah,
and nothing has ever happened.
yeah.
It's like I was
Um,
telling Brenda earlier.
go ahead, sir.
Now I can hear things like a whisper, like somebody's like whispering my name at the other end of the house. Um, some like the sink running or the washing machine running, stuff like that. And there's nobody here. It wouldn't be nobody here at all.
Wow. Because I know with haunted items, like the whole house, that area is haunted because of that. So sometimes they haunt a certain room, or they haunt the whole house. Do you hear kids, or do you hear adults like talking because of that angel, or it's just does it just stay in that little area where the angel's at?
Well, I think it just stays with that angel. Whatever's
Okay.
attached to it, I think it just stays with it.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I can walk through the house and never pick nothing up on the K2. I get to that angel, and it every once in a while show itself right there at the angel, nowhere else.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever had an attachment that you couldn't get rid of?
I don't think so.
Would you
Now
put
I've
it
been marked. The Voodoo Witch Cemetery during the daytime. I was marked. I had a red. It looked like somebody had put a red rope around my neck,
Wow.
a red ring around my neck.
How do you like with that attachment? Like, how do you get rid of it? Do you know?
Well, I carry a couple of crystal stones with me. I pray before and after, and I also wear my cross. Um, as as far as I know, I haven't felt any ill effects from that. Being marked. Um, I don't know. I think a prayer before and after, and carrying the protection stones that I have is. Now I do want to get some holy water though, just in case, because I know there's some bigger things out there than what's around here, and sage.
Yeah.
sage is a good thing to have, but I've also had people tell us that, using sage is part of witchcraft. And I don't know how true that is. I just know that, every time that we've had something happen to us, we've always been told to use sage, use holy water, use prayer.
See,
So
that's what I've been told. But I also been told that sage would not help protect you if you've already had an attachment. It won't do you any
Well,
bit of
what?
good.
Well, it's not going to take it away, but it's going to clear a little bit of the air, but it won't actually get rid of it because you're going to need some other help with that, to
Right,
actually,
right.
move it on, or get it out of the house. You're talking about the Voodoo House, okay? So, can you tell me a little bit about that place? If you don't
Okay,
mind?
the cemetery was um, back in the 1800s. Okay,
Hmm.
um, the land was bought and purchased. It was supposed to have been an all black cemetery, um, and what happened was as the black people in the community were buried there, you had white folks that would come in and desecrate the graves, and shatter the tombstones, and this, that, and the other.
Hmm.
There's also a woman that had practiced magic in a circle, It was like a circle of friends or something like that, but it was, a magic circle. It said that she had been practicing voodoo. Whether it's
Mm,
really, really true or not, I can't find any evidence on that. Just hearsay.
mm.
Um, she is buried there, and there's also an iron stake right beside her grave. And I was also told that that iron stake was to bind her in that one spot.
No, wow.
And she is away from everybody else. But there are only a dozen. There are about a dozen or less stones left in that grave because the city had actually removed all the broken stones except for the ones that are still there. So the people are still buried there. They never got moved.
Now, what kind of advice could you give to someone that actually walks into a property and the symbols are still there and there's candles and you know what I mean? Like, what's the best advice you can give to somebody?
Stay away because evidently somebody has probably unleashed something that's not really meant to be here in this world.
Yeah, especially if you walk into like the area and like you don't know what's around that. Like let's say the room's like you know haunted or whatever. With some kind of spirit or whatever. Like you don't want to walk in that room and get something attached to you and take
Right.
it home to your family.
Right.
Um, yeah, that would be scary for me. I mean, I never went on an investigation, and I just hang around a lot of paranormal investigators, and I interview on my channel, like that's a new channel, but yeah, like the other one I can't get into, but I'm trying to, get back to interviewing again because I like to ask questions so much, because I'm so in, that's just what I do. I love doing that.
Yeah.
Um, so one thing, okay, like cemeteries. Let's say cemeteries. Okay, so no, here's what I was asking. I don't think I was asking Brenda or Hawk. Okay, I think it was. Never I was telling you about if you walked onto the property and they said not to walk in the grave. How do we know that when you walk on that area that the that that it's something's not buried there? That it used to be something used to be buried there. Like we don't know. They could have removed the body by the driveway. We don't know. So no matter what, we're walking on sacred land, even
Right.
though you're walking on the grave or not.
Right.
Well, that's like this cemetery, Maplewood Cemetery. There's got 407 unknown soldiers that are buried there. They're not marked. They're all laid side by side in this one big square fenced in area. And some people may walk out there on it. I won't do it. Um, just because it's a simple factor of respect.
Right.
Um, and when I'm walking through a cemetery, I try to find which way the writing is on the tombstone. That way, I know that that's where they are laying at. And sometimes it's hard because some of your older cemeteries, you may have one that's laying this way, and then there's
Mm,
another stone right beside it where they're laying that way. So I mean,
yeah,
it's kind of hard.
yeah. Because I know the reason why I was reading this article. I think it was today. Yeah, today, and I was just sorry about I brought it up to Brenda and Hawk, and I was like, they were removing like there was this tombstone. This like person was rich, I guess, full of money, I guess. So they had to remove two. They had to remove the body and the stone. But no matter what, if you remove them, you're actually disturbing their resting place. No
Exactly.
matter, yeah. I mean, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how that works.
Well, the city has to have somebody that's licensed to do that kind of thing. But here's
Yeah,
the thing: once somebody is laid to rest, in my opinion, I think it's disrespectful to remove them from that and
yeah,
take them somewhere else.
yeah.
I mean, because that's their resting place.
Yeah. Well, see, because it was a monument only. I mean, the guy was buried somewhere else. I mean, that's not fair.
Right.
Like, it's. I mean, you can't do that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, and going back to that, like, why did they leave coins on the grave and like on the tombstone and everything?
Okay, that has several meanings. Like this Voodoo Witch Cemetery I got, they still do to this day do ceremonies and rituals, and they will leave money at this witch's grave as an offering. Now,
Mm,
to military personnel, there's several different coins, and if somebody's in the chat that knows about this, help me out. but each coin means something different to a military personnel. Like I think maybe a penny could be like somebody like they know, so they're saying like, "Hey, I'm paying respect in LA." A penny, a nickel
Mm,
may mean something. I think a
yeah.
quarter may mean something like they have served with them or something. So they
Okay.
leave a quarter there as a sign of respect. But like, if anybody in the chat knows, um, somebody told me, but I kind of forgot what each coin meant. But
Mm.
to a military person, it has a significance.
Oh, like this one person was telling me, I was talking to him on the phone, and he was all like, "Well, it's to ground the spirit too." You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't know if that's true or not.
The
I
round
mean,
of what?
to just like ground the spirit to make them stay there without following people home or anything. I don't know if that's a fact or anything.
No, like I said, as far as military is concerned, that's what those coins mean. Certain coins mean. The
Okay.
witch, that could probably be, like where the iron stake right beside her grave is. The coins may be,
Yeah.
somewhat the same thing.
Yeah. Well, see, here's what I don't get. Like, um, with some spirits, I mean, do they like some spirits are attached to their bodies, right? So they stay where the gravestone is, right? They stay there, and some passes on, right?
Right.
Like, I don't get why. I mean, why they stay there with the body, like if it's already gone. Like, I mean,
Well, in my opinion, if they're still stuck with the body, if they're still here, then
mm,
in my opinion, there's something that didn't get resolved before they died. Like maybe they didn't get to tell a family member bye before they died, so they're still around. Maybe it could be an angry spirit, like they have been abused, and so they're still stuck here to resolve that situation.
um, let's get. Okay. How about have you ever investigated a mausoleum or anything?
Mausoleum?
Yeah.
No, I've never. Not the big ones where you walk into. Um, I've been to the ones like this big cemetery in a town next to me. They have mausoleums where it's just like two of them, like the husband and wife. They've got them like in rows down through there. It's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, I know a couple of a lot of cemeteries take care of the grounds and everything, and some get vandalized, and some get like you know um just destroyed because of jealousy or because they want to sell the gravestone and stuff like that.
Right.
I think it's pretty messed up. Like you see it a lot now these days.
Yeah. And I think that's the reason a lot of them get locked up at night. Some of them have chains that run across the entrance and exits or whatever. Uh,
Mm,
like this big one I'm talking about. They've got right in the entrance as you're driving up the hill into the entrance to the cemetery. They've got two pillars with great big. I mean, they look like cannonballs on each side. People have stolen those and taken them and thrown them out into the cemetery somewhere. And
yeah.
I mean, but that's been back when I was a kid. Now I haven't been over there in a long time, so I don't really know if
Yeah.
there's been a lot of vandalizing since then. Or
Hmm.
Well, the mausoleum that we went to out in Goldsboro, it's been quite some time ago or whatever, but that was actually the first time I had been inside one of the ones that you can walk into.
yeah,
Uh, now, I know I can't say I really know what death smells like, but the smell that comes out of them places, and not only just the smell, but the energy that comes out of them places. When we walked in there, you could just feel like the heaviness because
really,
they're all caged in together. It's not like outside
Mm,
where they can go anywhere.
right.
It's like they're all bottled in right there. And then we had a little girl playing with us in the one that we went to. We tried to
Uh,
set up, like trigger objects and like like little toys and stuff to get her to to play with us, to interact with us. And she did talk to us or whatever, but it come down to the fact of where she wanted to be crossed over. She wanted
right.
to
mm.
go up there. Have you ever experienced that, like crossing somebody over?
No, because I'm not real sure. I haven't been doing this long, and
Mm.
to me, I don't think unless you actually get talk to the spirit and you're there with it every day to figure out what it needs to cross over.
Hmm.
I don't really think a person can, just get in touch with a spirit and say, "Hey, go toward the light," and boom, they're crossing over. I think if if you're really going to cross somebody over, you have to continually, like, it's like forming a bond with a person. You got to form a bond with that spirit. You got to keep communicating every day to figure out what you have to do so this spirit can be at ease, so it can cross over.
Right. Well, I mean, when we did it, we had a teammate with us that, I'm not going to mention his name because I don't, but he told us he used to be a preacher or pastor or whatever, that
Yeah.
he had experience doing stuff like that, so we allowed him to do it. But I mean, the feeling that we got from it when he did do it was like a breath of fresh air type deal. It's just like you felt at ease, at peace. I mean, the feeling that you get when spirits are crossed over, it's an amazing feeling. If you
Yeah.
ever get the chance to experience that, you'll understand what I'm saying.
Right.
All.
That's what I was going to say. It would take somebody with a lot of knowledge, like a priest or a pastor or something that could help do something like that.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm telling you what, I would love to be able to experience something like that.
It's
That's I mean, that's on my bucket list, man. To be able to experience having a spirit cross over, or there's tons of stuff that I want to experience.
Yeah, but what kind of what type of equipment do you use? But I meant to cross over that spirit to the other side.
prayers.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you spend time communicating with that spirit, finding out what it needs to be able to cross over, and just praying, once you get that done, I mean, it could be something as far as saying goodbye to a loved one that they didn't get a chance to do, you know.
Um, talking about like consultations, like, can you walk us through like something you do before you walk into a property? Because I know some properties they already paid to get in there and it's safe and everything else. Let's say you're out in the country and you see an interesting building that looks scary and you're like, "Ooh, I heard about this place." Like, what's one thing you do before you enter the property to investigate?
First, I make sure there's no trespassing signs. If I can find the owner, um, I'd get permission for one, especially around in my area, because there's no trespassing signs everywhere. And if there's not one somewhere and there's like a big house, I would see if I could find an address on it first, and see if, go to the county, the
Hmm.
property assessors, and see if, somebody owns that place or not, and get a hold of them and see if, it'd be all right to get on to explore it.
Because it's always safer, someone to know where you are at. And when you do go in a location, you might get hurt. You might get hurt by a vagrant or, you know, even by a falling object or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm always taking somebody with me. If I'm
Okay,
going to an abandoned place like that, I make sure there's somebody else with me.
Right.
awesome, awesome. Um, have you ever, like, when you're in a location, have you ever heard like voices that you don't know where it came from?
Yeah. Several cemeteries I've been to, I've heard voices. It's like I was telling Brenda, earlier, I caught them on camera.
Yeah.
I've even felt them. I was standing on my very first freaking video over a year ago. I had my phone. That's all I had. I was using GhostTube, and it was 90 something degrees outside, and I was standing
Hmm.
near this tree,
Yeah.
and I could smell this stench. It almost smelled like rotting flesh.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the wind was not blowing. I mean, it's 94 degrees outside. The sun is beaming. No wind is blowing. And I
Mm,
feel a cold breeze pass right by me.
yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
The hair on my arm stood straight on end.
Wow. Let's go to let's say you're let's say you work with one or two people individually, right? And you go into haunted location. Of course, there's this old place. It's gonna creak, whatever. Um, do you guys communicate with each other and say, "Oh, that was me doing that noise," so you don't think it's like a spirit or something and making like a knocking noise or something?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I mean, if there's several of you there, and you, like, let's say, like, you're in a house, and one of you's in the kitchen, one of you's in the hallway, one of you's in the bedroom, and somebody would make a knock or something, yeah, of course, it definitely you want to say, hey, that was me, you know. I mean, because I try to keep it as real and as authentic as I can. I mean, I don't want to put nothing fake
Yeah.
out there at all whatsoever.
Oh yeah. What type of equipment do you use on your investigations? You don't
I
mind
have
me asking?
I have a K2. I
Mhm.
have night vision on my camera. I have necrophonics. I have the ghost tube, and I have the ghost tube SLS.
Oh, sweet. Never used. I think I used the Ghost Tube one time. Um, how about the where you see like stick figures
That's the
on
SLS.
things?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about that? I know a lot of people are a little skeptic about that.
Well, the ghost tube SLS is I think is for inexpensive, not costing that much
Hmm.
is absolutely great. I've caught several stick figures with it here recently, as a matter of fact.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, if you got the money to be able to use, buy these big machines that everybody's using, the kinetic or whatever it's called, um, yeah, I think it would be. I mean, because they're picking up on energy that looks like a bodily figure.
Yeah. Um, what would be um your reaction of seeing like a actual spirit? Like, let's just give or take. Like,
I've seen a ghost. I mean, an apparition of a ghost passed in my backyard, and I was like, man, that's cool.
I'll be like, I'm out of here.
I did, man. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah. So, dude, I'll hire everybody in chat. I'm just letting you know. I'll say hi. Sorry, when I come up, when I talk, I talk. Um, that's interesting. Man. Like, like, I mean, when I passed away, like a few months ago, like I was a spirit, and I know how it feels to be a spirit and being agitated because you're going through your own hell at that same time,
Right.
and you know, with the spirit, like it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not to be agitated at what's going on with you in one moment, and having an investigator talking to you one moment, and they throw something because they don't know what to do. I mean, like that. I mean, I've been there and done that, and um, I think sometimes we just gotta sympathize with the spirits as well, and a lot of investigators need to do that. I think that's safe for them and sympathy and respect, for them and their place, because that used to be their house. It
Right.
doesn't matter if their furniture is left behind. That was their property at one time.
Yeah.
You know, some investigators are always saying, "Oh my God, you know, show me or else. Come over here or show me." You can't do that, dude.
No. No.
No, no wonder people throw stuff at them. And it's not always demonic, dude. It's just because they're going in this time, they're going through hell, their own hell, and they're agitated because of some investigators are always going at the spirit. It's not
Right.
their fault they're dead. I mean, like it's just curiosity. It's just curiosity too with you and that spirit,
Yeah.
and they're trying to communicate. Because as a spirit, you only see through your eyes. Well, I don't know how another spirit feels, but I know I knew how it felt. So.
Well, see, I always go into something, with respect. I don't go in there with no negative vibes, attempting to try to scream or try to raise the dead. I go in there with all positive respect, because I want to communicate. I want to gather evidence, um, and going in, like you was talking about, going in somebody's house, especially when it's like a time capsule. Man,
Hmm.
you got to respect that property because that used to be somebody's home,
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
some of these people that go in there wreck the place, stealing stuff, man, it's not right. I mean, it's going to aggravate any spirit that's still hanging around there.
Oh yeah.
And
Even when you're live.
I got a question
Hmm.
for y'all,
Oh yeah.
um, to see if y'all are kind of on the same way I am. When somebody dies, it's new, okay, versus
Hmm.
somebody that's died 100 years ago. Do you think that there's different stages in how a spirit is? Like they're new, they're not going to know nothing, and then say they've been here 50 years, or they going to be agitated a little bit because they're still here, they haven't found, you know
Oh,
what is y'all's take on that?
I'll let you talk, Brenda.
Okay, so to be honest with you, I mean, I couldn't really answer this until after Eli came back from him being sick and everything he went through. But the way that I take it is that spirits, like whenever they pass over when they're new and they pass over, it's like they're like in a confused state.
Right.
Like they still don't
Yeah.
understand um that they're gone, that they're wondering why people can't hear them, can't see them.
Mhm.
Versus the ones that's been gone for a long time, they're in a totally different state than the newer ones are, because a lot of times most of them do know that they're gone, but they it's like they still want to make that communication with the people that their loved ones.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, Eli tells us, he's like they tend to start forgetting the longer they've been gone.
Oh well, I explain with that one. It's different for every spirit, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when I pass. Oh no, I don't know if you're done. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Are
you
you
good?
done?
You're good.
Okay. Okay. I passed. I called ambulance. I was just gone. That's it. You know what I mean? And when I just got thrown into a loop, like where it was a constant, people were trying to kill me. Because I know how I died. And so, when you die, you forget about the world, you forget about the loved ones, but you see them, but they're tormenting you. They're tormenting you, or they're trying to help you, but they're tormenting you. Or you're floating in the air talking to some people. To be honest, you see yourself talking to that person through your own eyes. You see your family fighting for your life, talking to the doctors. You see, you see your hospital room the room you never seen before, but it's there. I didn't feel coldness. I just seen myself. I heard the machines. You know what I mean? I heard everything. Every single little smell, like everything. And I mean, I can't say it's delirium because delirium, I don't have delirium. Never had it. You know what I mean? But it's when you're gone is the most scariest part. I mean,
Do you think it's because you're confused about what's going on?
I probably was. I probably was. I don't know where I'm at. I'm like, how did I get here? And to be honest, I didn't even think about that
Right.
till I woke up. To be honest, well, I'll go live tomorrow if you want to check out. I could tell you all my experiences. I've been to hell. I've been to hell and heaven. And I'll explain that tomorrow if you want to view it. But it was just so much chaos. It was so much just like mind. Sorry to say, it's mind fucking me. Like the devil's constantly in one ear, God's in one ear. You see the Holy Trinity, the cross, always there. It's like God showing you a vision. Of everything that's gonna come in some parts. Some parts came true already. Some parts didn't. And I'm just it's just crazy. It's crazy when you're dead. You forget about everything, but you see them there. You see everything. You feel the heat. You feel love. You feel everything. You know what I mean? Like it's wild. It's a wild experience.
Was it
And
the heat and the coldness that you were feeling?
I
Was
don't
it
know.
like intensified?
Yeah, it was when people
So,
people pe
Eli, hold on just a second. I don't mean to interrupt, but I've got to go because I got interviewed with the rail.
Okay,
It's been
gotcha.
fun, everybody. We love everybody.
See ya.
This
See
has
ya.
been, but you got this, Eli, don't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I,
Um, with that, I know a lot of people talk about demons, this, demon this. You haven't seen a demon until you've seen one. I think that you would actually, your heart would stop and you would fall dead.
Yeah.
Honestly, these made up demons they have on TV and everything else. I mean, yeah, they're pretty much, if someone sees them, they see them. But once you see one, you look at them on TV. You look at them, dude. That's nothing compared to what hell's like.
Right.
You know what I mean? But other than that, like I don't know, feeling cold. Hmm. Talking to people. See, I couldn't talk because I had a trait in my throat, but
Right.
I could talk. And then in one ear, someone's telling me, well, this is when I was dead. Some people telling me, oh, get out of the hospital and go kill this person. You know what I mean? Or do
Wow.
this, or do that. There's always something. Someone doing brain surgery on me. You know what I mean? Someone putting liquid down my throat and putting me on the shelf like a doll. And your whole family members are looking at you going, it's okay, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing. You know, it's the most saddest thing that any human being could ever suffer.
Yeah.
You know, like it's loneliness, sadness, and then on the other hand, you got someone else talking to you, and you're like, I don't want to hear you, or leave me. That's why they say leave me alone, because they're going through their own. They're confused. They're confused of the nicest and the sadness and the meanness of
Right.
what they're going through. So that's how I take it. Some like suicides. You know, there was one time like God was showing this guy. He was he was walking up this driveway, right? He had died of a heart attack. So he would constantly go up and down, die, up and down, die, up and down, die. And he would just look at me going, like, you know, like he was tired.
Right.
He was tired of the damn loop. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I seen that. You know, I seen spirits like attack, trying to get away from the wall because those people were buried in the walls and they were trying to get out. You know, you can know what they're thinking.
Right.
You know, and maybe God brought me back so I could tell you guys that, you know what, like this is what it's like, guys. I mean, we might not see it. We might hear something different. We might hear kids cry. How do you know that something's going on with them that we don't know? Maybe we should ask them, are you being hurt by somebody else? Can I help you with something? I mean, I know you guys do, but like, it's, oh man, yeah, it's
It's
something.
funny that you say that when about kids and being hurt. There's one cemetery I went to. There's these three kids' graves right there, and I was using the ghost tube, not the necrophonic. The ghost tube said abused, tortured, and it said Satan at first.
That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, one of the kids was only 4 months old, and the other one was only a day old.
Yeah, it's it's something that it's an eye opener.
Yeah,
You know, like I had one where I was in my living room and I was like, oh, I'm finally home. And then this woman with brown hair, she was talking to me just like nothing, and she was like, okay. She goes, I said, fly home. She goes, no, you're not home yet. And then all of a sudden, she shows me these spirits in my garage. It was just one. It was like sort of like one. It's like some spirits don't control where they go. They don't think, oh, happy's place, and then they go somewhere else. I don't know. It could be different for every spirit. But let's say you're with the nice people. Like I was fishing with this one person, and he was just making me feel at home. And then 1 minute later, I'm over here getting brain surgery, or I'm over here getting something else. I'm over here thinking I'm home. You know what I mean? It's a constant, like you're
just
always one
everything,
place.
everything.
Yeah, and how can they concentrate with someone like that? Someone talk. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's something that to experience and yeah. I mean, after being on, and then when I woke up, I was just like, I knew where I was at. I didn't know where I was at, but I knew I was in hospital. I didn't know what's going on. But then, like, I saw my mom, and I'm like, okay, cool, because the devil shows you them torturing you and everything else, but it's not true. But I remember I was sitting there watching TV in the hospital, right? And then all of a sudden, everything goes off. Okay, but I was probably still delirium or drugs. I was still whatever, but I don't know about that. All
Right.
I know is everybody's gone. It was a full hospital. Of course, there'd be nurses going around, walking, talking, whatever. There was nobody. And then I heard a little girl say, "I'm here," and I'm just like,
Oh
"What the
wow.
fuck?" I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's another day. My mom was talking to me, and like, there was this guy like dragging across the floor. And he was saying, I know you see me. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh
Like, it's
man.
just, and he was sort of like sluggish. So like he had no bones in his body. It was just like whoa, 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 like a snake. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, like I mean, the struggle was real. Like
I
I
bet.
mean, and anyways, enough about me. You know what I mean? Like I know, right? Paranormal Playground. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I watched one of her videos about her video. I'm sorry, her video was about some well or something like that, and I couldn't tell what the spirits were saying. Like they were saying like different kind of words and everything, and like I was just like, huh? First they said vampire, then they said demon, then they said something else. I was just like, you gotta think about that. Sometimes we don't have the vocal words anymore.
Right.
It's gonna come off another way. You
Right.
know what I mean? Hey David, what's up? So, yeah. So I'm just letting you know how it feels like, what the spirit feels like. So
That's cool. I mean, that's good to know because that kind of helps an investigator that does this kind of stuff know what to, know what to look for, what to ask, and
yeah. I mean, at least comfort them and say, hey, I know you're going through hell right now, but can you give me some time? I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it, but maybe they'll do it for you and they'll be like, maybe they'll tell you what they're going through, but in a little bit tiny syllables, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But they'll tell you. And maybe you could comfort them. Maybe they could be like, you could sit there and be like, it's okay. Everything's okay. Like, I mean, I'm here for you. I'll
right.
come back here as much as you want for comfort, for some support. Like, I mean, you probably won't, but still, like, I mean, at least you know that they got a friend to
Now,
come back to.
I have used the necrophonic app before, and I mean, it's like full sentences across a bunch of different sweeps, and I mean, that is just crazy.
Yeah. What? Eli did Toby too. Oh, yeah, I interviewed him too. Jackson's just, I don't know, Jackson's internet is just like, whoa, like, um, what do you think about Ouija boards?
Dude, I'm out.
Nah, I know, who was it? E was over talking about that. I was just like, hell no, because imagine all the spirits that are going to be attached to your home, you, your kids, your family.
Well,
Like,
here's the thing though with Ouija boards in my thing, you're using a portal. It's all it is a portal, and something evil and sinister coming through. It's not going to be what you want, And
oh yeah,
there's no way of closing that out unless that whatever you're trying to conjure up or talk to closes it out. You can't just
yeah,
take that planchette or whatever it's called, the triangle, and move it to goodbye and say it's done. You can't. The spirit has got to be the one to close that out.
yeah. Well, like Paranormal Playground said, I don't know about that. Necrophonic is a digital Ouija board. Who knows? I'm not a,
Well, it kind of is. It's a little more safer though
yeah.
than the Ouija board, in my
Do you,
opinion.
do you always pray before you turn it off and on?
Yeah.
It's always good. I mean, I like using the Saint Michael prayer. No, I don't
See,
use it no
I need
more.
to get a couple of those prayers together. I just use the just a regular prayer, asking God to help protect me, and everything that I do, my viewers, my equipment, before and after, and of course I am a believer, so
Yeah, that's cool. Like,
I think a little extra white light prayer or Saint Michael prayer, something like that, it definitely cannot hurt.
hmm. Um, so what made you come up with your channel name?
Well, when I first started my channel, I was into exploring, and then I started getting into a little bit more on the paranormal side. And I thought about changing my name a couple of times, and a few people said, "Man, just leave it like that."
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. I seen. I was just like, I was still gonna watch a couple more videos. I was so busy today, and this week, and I was just like, I gotta get them, because I gotta, kind of like want to know, like I seen a couple of your videos, like, and I was like, man, like, interesting, like, um, have you ever investigated a church?
There's no vacant churches around here.
Yeah, I
Like I
mean,
said, if there is, nobody talks about them. Now, I do know an area where a church used to be that was absolutely, it was 100% to this world haunted.
I mean, it makes you think though. Like, I mean, a church being haunted. I mean, they used to be for people, but even back then, like in the 1700s, it used to be for someone. to go to be safe. You know what I mean? Like, I
Well,
mean,
here's
like,
the thing, though. This church is sitting right in front of a cemetery.
mm,
And when this church closed down, a lot of people in there tried to go in there conjuring up a bunch of stuff. I mean, there's people think that a star with a circle around it. I can't remember what they call the proper name.
pentagon,
Well, no, it's a different name than that.
mm,
It's a pentacle.
subdressy,
Pentacle. A pentacle is
yeah,
what it's called. Now,
mm,
upside down is called a pentagram.
yeah,
That's Satan stuff.
mm,
And that church was riddled with it.
wow. Okay, what would you do like if you found something like that on the floor in a church, especially a church?
I wouldn't walk in the middle of it. I would do what I come to do and would stay clear of it. I wouldn't walk in the middle.
Do you ever believe in like salt? Like, because a lot of people say you're gonna bless salt. I don't know much about that, but what do you know about that?
I haven't had any experience with it, or haven't been with anybody that's had any kind of experience with it.
Yeah,
I mean, I've just seen, like my favorite show is The Supernatural. So I mean, they use salt for keeping out spirits and stuff. So
yeah. No, I was just wondering because like this one person told me a long time ago, just put salt under your pillow, keeps the spirits away. And I'm just like, because back then, like, I mean, this little girl, I guess she's supposed to say she's like, uh, what do you call it? Where she protects you, guides you through your life, what do you call them? A spirit guide. So
yeah.
late at night, I'm over saying that, and you know those little containers where you snap and it shuts, like that, to keep yourself in. Okay, I had nothing heavy on top, nothing that was on there at all. I didn't go shopping until the next day. So I'm laying there at night, and I go to sleep, and then it snaps by itself, and I'm like something sat on there.
Holy cow.
Yeah, or there's times when I get up and go down the hallway, the TV turns on and off by itself. I got rid of that TV.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, shoot, it's just like, oh, Jax is back.
Just eat.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
I got you, brother. You know that.
I was like, where's Eli at?
I had a hard day. So.
You were busy messing around making me have a heart attack. I'm like, I got to interview Samuel and I'm going to disappear in like 5 seconds. And I did. I disappeared in 5 seconds. But got back enough to put you on the stream.
There's a lot of people in your chat, dude.
Well, Sam, it is going wickedly well. I'm telling you. I'm enjoying it. And so is everybody else.
I haven't had a chance to look at the chat.
It's going well. I think we're over 20 likes.
And hopefully, you can let me interview in the future.
Yeah,
If that was okay with you.
I'd be
The
glad
film
to.
is so good.
Yeah, thank you. Because I'm in my old channel, man. All interviews. Well, I used to do Chronic Health and Paranormal. I mean, but no one paranormal, but also like survivors. I'm gonna interview them too as well. So, I mean, because a lot of them went through a death state and everything else, and suffered the delirium and stuff like that. So, um, what's okay? Let's talk about okay. Here's what I don't understand. Okay, let's say a spirit. I mean, I don't know. Okay, do you think when a spirit crosses a wall, do you think they leave like a ectoplasm or a mist?
Now I have seen mist. I haven't seen one in here in the house, but I've seen one out in a cemetery at night.
Okay.
As far as ectoplasm, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's just a movie thing or if it actually really exists. But as far as mist is concerned, yeah, I've seen mist. I've seen a dark mist in one of Paranormal Playground's videos. She had a dark spot in the corner of a room, and it would kind of fluctuate and move around a little bit.
Yeah, because I see a lot of spirits they have like some wet stuff in their kind of dry wet stuff in their on the walls and everything. Is it maybe because the spirits are constantly going across the walls, or you think it's just the moisture of the house?
If they got moisture on their walls, something's wrong. They need to get that place checked out.
Exactly
I mean,
right.
it could be. I mean, it could very well be a spirit, passing back and forth in between it. But like I said,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, I've never experienced anything like that.
Wow. So what other places would you love to visit?
Everywhere,
Oh,
I want to go visit everywhere. I want to. In 3, 4, 5 years from now, I want to be traveling. I'm gonna sell everything I got, but the clothes on my back, and I'm gonna hit the road.
wow. Get one of those little RVs, you know.
Little motorhome, yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. Man, have you man, you have a good place for you to investigate. Um, a funeral home.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, imagine how much activity you can get out of being in one of them.
Down in the morgue.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little story about that. I was doing security one time, and like they're like, order whatever you want. It's on us. Do whatever. I'm just like, this is strange. Why didn't anyone secure? I mean, the security guard, you're like, fuck free food and everything else. So I was like, everybody always cheeks off, and I was like, dude, I don't know what you're afraid of. So I'm sitting there watching screens and everything, nothing's going on, and I hear talking in the back where the freezer's at. I couldn't go in there though, and I heard, why isn't my son come to see me? Da hear talking and everything else. So then I'm just like, what the fuck? And then I hear a little kid playing with the ball down the aisle, and with the viewing and everything, and and so then I go look and there's nothing because the two doors in the front are insecure because something happened to the alarm or whatever.
Yeah.
So the lock was messed up. So I was in the office right next to the door, and then you just hear all this kind of stuff like knocks and everything else, and I was just like, what the hell was that? And I just said, you know what, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I had to sit all night. I was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and someone calls my name down the hallway, and I go check it out, and I'm like, I'm out of here. No wonder people don't want to investigate this area. Like, man,
Dude, man, I
scary.
can't. I would love to be able to be in somewhere where there's kid spirits and a ball would move, or because that's one thing I'm going to add to my kit is cat balls
Yeah,
because they're inexpensive and they work. They're cheap and they work. I mean,
yeah,
that would tickle me more than anything is to go to a place where there's kid spirits involved and they move a ball or move the cat balls or
yeah. No, that would be awesome. Um, oh, Jack is back.
What's up, Jax?
What's up, Sam? I'm trying, y'all. Give it my college try. I'm trying.
Jack, those little balls are pretty cool.
I don't care if I gotta pay $150 for internet. I'm paying for good internet. I don't care what I gotta pay for it. Damn it!
Oh, shit.
I looked into internet today. It's pricey, but you know what? To keep my face up here, Jay's gonna pay for it, right, babe?
Right.
So like that, why not? So, okay, I got it covered then.
Hey, Jackson, I have to go. I'm gonna have to go like in half an hour because I got some other stuff to do.
Do what?
I'm gonna have to go in half an hour because I got some
I
other
need to
stuff
call
to
my
do.
mom. Is mom up for work?
6:13.
She should be. I need to call her.
What is going on?
Okay,
There she goes.
okay, I'm stuck. No, man, I don't know, man. I don't think I could ever investigate. That's too risky for me. Like, I mean, I would love to go in a place like that.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. Like,
Well, see,
I mean, I experienced.
you wouldn't even have to really investigate. All you'd have to do is just be there and experience it.
Yeah. Oh no, I had experience one time. I was working security in Austin. Me and my partner were driving the driveway, and there was this old Victorian house. Behind it was by the morgue, but it was behind these recency whatever these apartments. So my, we had an alarm going off on top, top room, and we drove and we seen a blue light, but there's no light connected because that's old house.
Right.
So we would go in, and then at the bottom, they would have like old bikes and everything. We're back then and everything. So then we were upstairs. He goes, "Why don't you go check that door?" He goes, "I know it's locked, but it's just alarm going off." I could feel that energy pressure when I
Wow.
opened it. And when you go in, it's like you go back to like the 1800s.
Wow.
So he goes, "Oh shit, it's unlocked. How is that?" Because what they do, they jam the door when no one goes in. He goes, "That's impossible. It's never happened like that." Because something unlocked from inside. And so I walked in. Oh my god, it's just like going back. So he called his supervisor. All three of us go in. The sissy stays downstairs because he's like, "I'm not going up there."
Right.
So he goes first. He goes, "You guys are sissies." I was like, so I follow right next to him. I felt like this pressure, just like you know what I mean? Like it was just going small, small, small. And then all of a sudden, like the guy, his whitest face ever goes down. He goes, I got another call. I think we all need to go." And you see this shadow, like, just stand, like, on the second floor, just looking
Wow.
down. And I just take off. And then there's this vagrant, because there's this, like, slave quarters. We see some lane there, and I'm already scared as it is. And then all of a sudden, like, he's moving around. I was like, "Oh, hell, man." I was like, I already went through my paranormal shit, but I wasn't into paranormal back then. And it was just vagrant. We had to get him out the window because the porch was already collapsed and everything. And there was this old barn. Oh, and if that didn't happen, something else happened. We heard horses in the stables. It was an old stable house. We heard like couple freaking horses. So we go check it out. We're like,
Like actual like horses neighing or
horses like
galloping?
like horses
Oh,
like.
that's
So we're
crazy.
like, and we're like, no way they're gonna have. I mean, because what they do, they showcase it. Hey, what's up, Rain? But they showcase they play it out like back then.
Yeah.
Sometimes for like in Texas and stuff like that. So we thought, what the hell? Did they forget their horses? So they went in there. There was nothing, dude. Nothing
Crazy.
in there, dude. And oh my god, it was so wild. I know I did. I know. I was trying to mimic the horse. Come on, motor boater, Eli. But you know what I mean? Like it was wild, man. And that's no. I was working at this one property. Um, it was I guess something happened where there was a lock broken or something like that or whatever in the loading dock.
Yeah.
So the story to that was my partner was just like, yeah, someone died here, okay, and so he got crushed by machinery because they were loading stuff. So he goes, there was a spirit that go in my car and like take off. I was like, whatever, man, stop bullshitting. So then I didn't have a car, so I stood up in the loading dock. I would walk around. There was nothing. So then I'm over like this, and then like, here's a parking lot, and in a grassy area, there's machineries and everything, and there's a car there. Supposedly, the guy left the car there when he died. Like it was been 2 months. So all of a sudden, I'm just like this on board. I'm looking at my phone, and then I look up. I see this guy going like this, just standing there with the flannel jacket and blue jeans. And when I go closer, it's gone. But when I move back, it comes back. The spirit comes
Wow.
back. Oh, I called that guy. I said, "You know what?" I was like, "This is some messed up stuff."
Come get
Like,
me. I'm bouncing.
yeah. But you see him. He's just chilling right there
Okay, I
by
got a
his
question
car.
for you. I know this is my interview and y'all supposed to be questioning me, but I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Um, like, say you've got a house known to be haunted. The spirits, the owners are still trapped there. If they was to take that house and level it, do you think the spirits are still there, or do you think they start wandering off?
They're still there. They're still there. Even if I think even though if build high rise or whatever house or whatever, then
That
it's still gonna
residual energy is still
it's
going
still
to
gonna be because you think about it, the environment soaks up all that. Even the old wood, even though we go throw it away, it's still gonna follow. But the property is gonna be haunted. The
right.
grounds are. You know what I mean?
Like
Like
the old Indian burial
yeah, yeah,
grounds. How
yeah. Because you think about it, if they're gonna build more walls, energy is gonna just go over the place, and
right?
you
Because
can hear knocks. walking upstairs, you're gonna hear, cries. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because I've heard of people building places on old Indian burial grounds, and the places become,
Yo,
you know,
come here.
virtually haunted
Yeah, I
because
think you
the Indian spirits there get, pretty mad.
yeah. Oh yeah. And I know White Wolf knows about that, about Indian spirits and stuff like that, right, Terrence?
I know.
Look, Sam, that's
Oh,
your
that's what he told me. I guess I'm wrong. Okay,
He
you're
said
back,
White Wolf
Terrence.
knows about that. I said, no, we don't. You don't know nothing.
Well, he said that on my interview last time. Or he was just bullshitting.
I know, but he's not here. I don't know. Wait, you have to ask him. He'd have to jump up on stream.
Get his butt up here. Maybe
I don't know.
I'd be lagging like you wouldn't believe. Shit.
I just don't know.
Look at all this shit. Look at him. Okay, but I gotta leave in 20 minutes. So I'm just letting you know. So I gotta go.
Motorboat? I know motorboat.
This meat's hot.
No, they got garlic parmesan
Then
on.
I'm going again.
No, with my interviews, I could just talk and talk and talk and talk. And 4 hours, interviews for 3 hours. I mean, we'll just talk about different things, but like aliens and you know what I mean, like guys with hats and whatever But,
I didn't eat the whole thing. They were so good.
I don't know. We're gonna sit there. I see it going haywire. It's gonna go.
I just don't want to leave him up here by himself. That's all.
I entertain myself.
I know, right?
I still have it down here.
Yeah, I bet she does.
Shut up.
Oh, no, just,
Talk about
Even
grocery
though,
stores, dude.
look, Sam, even though it's your interview, people have questions for Eli and everybody asks him, so don't be like, oh, ask away, Sam, because you know what? He's got lots to tell he hasn't told everybody.
So how about grocery stores? Do you think a grocery store can be haunted? Gas stations, pizza places?
Definitely. I mean, if somebody's died, then it's. I mean, I wouldn't say haunted. I mean, the spirit is going to be there. I mean, what makes
Yeah.
the place haunted is like an aggravated spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody has see, that's what I was going to ask a while ago. I mean, when I was getting to the point of certain stages, I mean, say somebody's passed and they hadn't crossed over. There's unfinished business. Now, as they get older, do you think they get more and more agitated?
Well, I mean, a lot of people think that they when they die they go to whatever, if they want to be young they're going to be young. No, when you die you stay at that age. I
Right,
don't
but
think
I'm
you get
saying the
older.
longer that you're here,
Oh,
trapped on this earth, do you think they get more and more agitated?
they do, because you got to think, like, when you're dead, time and space stops, and let's say you're dead for a month. For them it's like a year or two,
Right,
and
right.
they're going to get agitated. It's just like like I told you about that one guy that was just like
Yeah,
like he was getting
he
tired
was
and
in a
tired.
loop. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a loop. And that's what I want to know. That too. Can we help those people out that are in that loop?
I think there's a possibility you can, because if you can cross over a spirit, if a preacher or a rabbi or a priest can cross over a spirit, surely there could be something he can do for somebody that's trapped in a loop.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what do you call it? It's oh, that's crazy. But isn't their spirit gone? Or their whole spirit stuck in that loop? That's what I
I
want.
would think their spirit's stuck in that loop.
That's crazy, man.
Something happened that they're stuck in that freaking loop.
Man, what I seen, dude, it was just like that guy walking up, right? Walking, dead, walking, dead, walking. It was just like, you should have seen that poor guy. He was just like, he was drenched with sweat, and they were just like, he
Man,
was just like walking backwards, frontwards, walking backwards, and like it was a non-stop. But what I want to know is like, do you really read that from your whole day where you wake up, or is it just that 5 minute gap where you just 5 minutes you're dead, 5 minutes you're dead. I mean, that's what I didn't understand. I didn't get to see that part.
I think it's different for each individual on how they pass. I mean,
Hmm.
like you take somebody that's lived a good life,
Hmm.
and something just there's just something that's keeping them here.
Yeah,
I think that they relive that same day or that same life
yeah,
that they've lived.
yeah,
And see, like
exactly.
that guy going back and forth, like you was talking about, maybe there was something happening in that little bit of a time frame there, and he's just stuck in a loop.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's wild. At least you don't want EVP or put pants. What? I'm sorry, I couldn't do that. I, you know, like I don't know, man. I don't think that. I mean, I don't think I could be attached to anything. Even though, like, if you like bought a new laptop and you're like so loving, you're like, oh my god, I can't wait. Then you die. You drop dead in front of it. Like, man, like, yeah,
Well, I think like in a home, if somebody passed in a home, there's going to be residual. I mean, their spirit's going to be there, but the residual energy from that spirit's going to be attached to certain things.
yeah,
Like, say, for instance, a doll.
yeah,
Say that spirit, that woman or whatever who owned that doll, loves
yeah,
that doll. So some of that residual energy is going to be on that doll.
yeah. It's I don't know. It's just crazy to think about just everything. Like, I mean, it's just it's just upsetting to actually like. There's times where just like a certain thing could maybe like it could be just a truck noise or something that brings my memory back to like because they're my memories now. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, and you're like, whoa, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand it. But still, everybody's saying, you know, some people come off with brain falling after that and everything else after this, and I'm just like, I think they just want like, I think they just want to call it a name because they don't know what it is,
Right.
you know. And I heard people's experiences. You know what I mean? Like, but some people suffer worse. They do
Yeah.
really, really worse. Like they actually see things, and I mean, poor people, man. Like I would hate to have that, you
Just
know.
you see what Just Eat put.
I equipped myself with my adult diapers before joining my 6 year. Oh, oh my god, depends. Imagine that. So where do you live at, dude?
I'm in Tennessee, bro.
Oh, Tennessee. Damn, Tennessee Titans, dude. I
Yeah.
think that's what they're
Oh,
called.
yeah, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Yeah, that's kind of hard, like I'm in Texas and like, I mean, I would be at the Dallas Cowboys, the Texans, and I'm just like, hey, at least I could jump the wagon to one another. You know what I mean? Like I bet you anything, people are just like, oh, why don't you go for the Tennessees? I'm just like, hey, Tennessees, yeah, whatever.
Well, actually, the Tennessee Titans used to be the Houston Oilers.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh.
yeah, Pittsburgh, here we go. No, here we go, Joe, Josh. You know what I mean? Like, um. Okay, so what do you think about like when animals die, like snakes, bats, everything? Do you think that they have a spirit in them, and do you think they could come back as a spirit?
Yeah, exactly. They have a soul just like anybody else does.
I think so too. I mean, because it makes you think like people are seeing like ghost cats, ghost
Hmm.
dogs.
Well, it's like the ancient Ram Inn over in the UK. There
Mm,
is a cat that was buried in the wall. It's 500 years old. They've got it encased, and they've caught cat EVPs, meows. They've caught the cat walking in this one room in this one area.
yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Just saying, Steelers suck. Hey, Cowboys rule. See, but I don't watch much football. I'm a busy man. I mean, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta just go for whatever team is playing that day. So and don't blame. I'm not one of those guys that jump off the the wagon once the team is losing. Like I'm not like that. I just turn it off and watch a movie because I'm just like, man,
Yeah.
like
I've been a Steelers fan since I was a kid, dude. Back when Frank O'Hara was with them, Lynn Swan.
Jax, come on, dude. Asshole. Just kidding. Cowgirls. Oh, okay.
Cowgirls. I know that's right, cowgirls.
Yep. No, but like with me, I don't know, man. I'm not a sore loser, but I just like with the Cowboys this year. The first game because they had new players and stuff like that. I swear, man, there was like 4 players that got hurt in the first game. Like after one another, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, sorry when I talk about paranormal. I'm sorry, guys. I wonder where Jax is at.
She's in the chat.
Jax. But
Jax, he got to
and
go.
yeah, come on, Jax. I can't leave him up here. Ex-husband. How about move? How about have you ever seen anything move like chairs and stuff like that?
No,
No,
that's
that would
something
be awesome.
I want to experience that so bad.
Hell no. I think that would freak me out. Seeing the chair move. You know what I mean? Like,
I want to experience. I want to experience as much as I can experience.
yeah. That's crazy. Can you imagine that? Or something, or like 4 or 5 chairs just.
Now that I would probably have to bounce on. just a simple fact because I don't want to get hit.
Oh, well, do you have any scratches?
Have I got any scratches?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been scratched except for that one time in the cemetery. I guess.
Oh, you told me that. Yeah. Well, how did that feel, dude? Did it feel like a burning sensation?
It did as it started getting more prominent. You could see it a lot more. I started feeling a little burning, but
Yeah.
after I left the cemetery, I was good, dude. Like maybe 30 minutes after I left the cemetery and got to the house, I was good. There was nothing on me.
Wow, that is crazy, man. I got 15 spot on paranormal list. I bet you do. Shit, just kidding. Man, I would hate to hear spirits. I know it's a gift. You're born with it. But I don't know. Hi, Jax. ¿Cómo estás?
Hello. I wanted to keep Sam forever. Why you gotta get rid of him, Eli? Damn it! I was trying to keep him up here forever. Immortalize Sam.
Immortalized. Oh, well, dude. Okay, real quick. What do you think about like like government soldiers, like sort of like half robot, half human?
I think it's garbage.
Yep. How about aliens?
I believe in them.
Yeah, have you seen them? I mean, not seen them, but like spaceships.
In the sky, yeah.
Oh wow! Can you tell me a little story about that?
I was out in the Persian Gulf. I'm a Navy vet.
They're showing me your
So
phone.
on a ship,
Yeah.
and I could see a light moving across the sky, and I could tell the difference between a star and a satellite. We're trained to know the difference.
That's right, Corey.
And I could see something moving across the sky, and it wasn't a satellite. Satellites don't move that fast, and a star was a shooting star. But they couldn't pick it up on radar. It wasn't a plane. It wasn't a helicopter.
Okay, Lori.
What are they talking about?
Sam, I keep you forever.
Lori
Yeah.
said I need a milkshake. Damn it! You can't keep Sam here all night.
Hashtag free me.
I wasn't prepared.
Has anybody got any questions for me in the chat?
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody's hashtagging free Sam. No, damn it! I control this live stream. No. I am the control master. It's my live stream. I'm keeping Sam.
But go ahead with your story about the UFOs.
Yeah. But anyway, like I said, it wasn't an airplane because I know what the lights on an airplane look like. I know what the lights on a helicopter look like. It was moving too fast to be a satellite, and it was moving too slow to be a shooting star. And the guy in the radar room on the bridge couldn't pick it up on radar.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the floor, Jax.
What's up, Eli? What's up, Sam?
What's up, girl?
It was a very good interview.
Wait. Is your house haunted?
Yes.
Jax, you can keep me on for 30 more minutes. Now go ahead. Tell me about your house being haunted.
Well, like I said, I don't know if the spirit's attached to the doll or if it roams the house. I'm still betting on it's attached to the angel doll, because, like I said, I can hear faint whispers of my name being called. Nobody's here. I could hear like the sink running, like somebody's washing their hands. Nobody's here. I could hear like a washing machine. You know, the water's running in the washing machine.
Yeah.
Nobody's here. I'll hear stuff knock. Oh, there has been. Oh, I have witnessed something move. Where my mom and dad's picture is on this table in the dining room, there's a little glass figure. There's a guy and a girl, and they're sitting on each side of the picture. The guy has been turned.
Whoa.
I've had to turn it back right several times in like the last month.
Damn. That is wild. Any TVs turning on off?
No, not yet.
Oh, dude, what would you do if you woke up and like there was a spirit looking at you with eyes and everything? Oh,
I'd say, "How you doing? How you doing?" I'm serious, man. I mean, stuff like that does not scare me. I mean, like I said, if I'm in a haunted house and stuff starts getting thrown, I'd be like, "Hey, bring it. I'll join in."
Yeah, right. No, man, that's crazy, man. Do you know who haunts your house?
No, but I do live right beside an old base that used to be a POW camp.
Wow, have you done a video about your house? Like
no, not yet. I've done a video about the ghost lady I've seen. I've done a video about that outside.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
It's called the Ghost Lady or Ghost Woman.
Okay, I'll check it out. I have to see that one.
A lot of people said I got a bunch of good responses off the necrophonic on that.
Ooh, yeah, I seen heard a couple of them. It's interesting. See how your internet goes when you're walking around?
Well, I'm trying to stay like relevant here. I'm walking around my room. That's the closest I am to this damn freaking router. Go closer to your router. You have better internet service. Bite me, router.
Shoot.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to pay some money for internet, bro. I'm going to my daughter's twice a week. Just saying. I'll tell her, bitch, I'm taking over your house for 2 hours. Bite me. She don't care. If I make her dinner, she let me have the house.
Not my house.
I know, hell no. It's haunted that way. Hell no, you can keep that house. Dude,
I go to Devin's house, I have flawless internet. If I go to her house, it's flawless. I don't skip a beat. If I sit in this damn freaking internet cesspool, I get violent. Look, I do my hair, I do my makeup, okay? That was a whole waste, a whole lot of money to put on my face to come on here for 5 minutes. That's wasting money, girls. You know I'm right, women. You know makeup ain't cheap. I don't buy that damn elf shit. No, I buy good shit like mascara, $12 a bottle.
Go buy from Dollar Tree.
Bye, Corey.
So what about dowsing rods, dude?
I haven't added those yet. That's another thing I want to get and try to add.
Yeah.
Did she freeze? She froze again.
She froze.
You ain't never gonna leave here.
No, yeah, I'm just trying to. Our host rocks. He does. Host. It's so. Man, you know what? Like, I couldn't hold him still. I think we were being like around his Vegas. Like, I just can't keep my hands still. Honestly.
I was told a trick that if you hold them like like, well, I gotta, like, if you hold them next to your body but down around your belly,
Yeah.
if you hold your
Yeah.
hand, then you won't move them.
Oh wow.
They'll move on their own if you know.
Wow. That is
Because
wild.
that's what I was, because I kind of shake a little bit. So I'm
Mm,
like, I won't never be able to use dowsing rods because people
mm.
say that, you're faking it or whatever. And
Yeah.
somebody told me if you hold it, your hands close to your body, brace them
Mm.
on your body, then you can be able to use them.
My lord. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. Hold on. Give me a second.
Hey, Justy, what's your idea?
My daughter. She's at the door. Enjoy your shake. I want a shake from McDonald's. Should got a shake today. McDonald's will make you smile. But no, like I was saying, like I mean, never used dowsing rods. Never. Well, the necrophonic box, like that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome. I used to have it on my phone. I don't feel like paying $10 for it. It's not worth it. But um, there was one time I did use the little stick figure thingies, and my daughter was standing up right next to me on the walls, and so I don't know how, but there used to be like a corset on my little wall right here, and
Right.
she was standing right here, and then all of a sudden it stood there, but then she reached out, and it reached out.
Holy cow.
Like you could see it. No way the thing's gonna reach out. Like I had the phone with the fan off and everything, dude. There's no way. Like, and
Justy says to use a block of wood with holes drilled in it for the rods to fit in. Something to
it's
that
not
effect.
bad.
Yeah.
White wolf. Um, well, that's interesting. Oh, there was one thing. I was laying down one time and I tried it, and it was right where my legs at, and it was just crawling up, and I was like, oh man, I could cut this off. It's freaking me out.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah, it's honestly like I mean, I don't think I don't think like I gotta feel it. I gotta know how it feels to be in a haunted location, especially in a house like yours. Like I mean, I bet you could pick up a lot of stuff. Like I mean, heaviness, sadness,
Right.
stuff like that. Um, man, I heard there's a lot of spirits in this house. Like I don't feel them anymore. I sort of closed it off when I came back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a dream walker. My dreams come true. Some of them, but yeah. Well, I know, Jason. I know. We could shoot for 2 hours. It's 1:42 right now. I usually go for 4 hours normally.
Woo.
I do it. Talk, 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 talk. Hey, I think the paranormal is endless.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so what do you think about hell?
What do I think about it? I think it exists.
Yeah.
I think whatever you do on Earth, you're actually creating your own hell.
Yeah. Oh,
I
here
mean,
goes my hell.
that can go either one or two ways. You can either create your own hell or you can create your own heaven.
I believe that. That's not what I was going to do. I can tell you, my hell's coming right now on the screen. Yes. She's gonna rip me a good one. Well, we lost her again. But I believe that too. Like I mean, like um, it's crazy. That's what I call the afterlife. Like behind the veil. Like I mean, I think that if some people could just see that, they wouldn't survive it.
Right.
But, oh, there she is.
Eli, when I walk away, I can still hear you talking shit, right?
Dude, I still got 15 minutes. Dude. You come back in 15 minutes if you want. I mean, I want to put it
I'm
at 2
right here.
hours.
Hey, I'm holding. I'm holding.
Okay,
You're
I'm
holding
not gonna
what?
even answer that. I can even think about what she
Look,
meant by
my
that.
mama's in the chat. My mama's in the chat.
Oh, I don't want my mama in the chat.
Everybody, that's my mama. Margaret Dormashep, that's my mama.
Okay, missed your question. Do you wear like a pendulum or something to protect yourself? I know you say crystals, but like, yeah. Okay. So is that what is that?
It's a devil's trap.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was oh, what is that? There's a pendulum too,
I'm back in
but
5
it's
minutes.
Christian.
There's several different styles of this.
Yeah,
This one that I'm wearing is a devil's trap.
yeah,
There's also a few other ones that look like this that have other markings in them.
yeah. I'm trying to think about it. Saint White, no, it's not. I can't remember. Wow. Oh, what do you think about witches?
Um, I believe they exist. Do I believe when somebody says they are, I have to see proof.
Mm,
But if you go down toward like around Louisiana, yeah,
mm,
I believe they do exist.
sweet.
Just like
Mm,
vampires exist. They're not like the vampires the movies portray.
like Lestat and everything,
Right.
where they're all pretty.
There are certain bloodletting rituals that they do. Like they do drink blood, but they don't have the teeth and they don't
Mm,
all that garbage.
yeah,
Um, like
they,
Twilight, stuff like that. But
yeah. Okay, White Wolf. Talk to you later, man. Whoa, someone else is up here now. There's two people.
who the
Or that's
crap?
one. Uh-oh. I thought that, who was coming up? I thought, um, Paranormal Playground was coming up here. She said she was on her way. Okay, now we're waiting for the woman in the house. Oh, so, um, let's see. Man, I'm missing something. This is the first time I went blank. I was not prepared. I'm always prepared. Um, okay. How about people with like back then, you know how the Victorian houses and everything messed up, and you know how people smoke their cigars and everything else, and they hold that energy, they hold that like leftover cigar, taste, moist and everything.
Yeah.
Now, that's amazing right there, because imagine going through a wall and finding old musk secret smell. That's the same thing that came out as cigarette out of someone's mouth. I mean, especially someone famous like Edison or something like that, and you're like, wow, I'm touching his, like his cigarette machine, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
or if someone cooking in the kitchen, like, and imagine all the smells of over the lifetime stuck on the wall,
Right.
like, I mean, imagine that, man. Imagine that's amazing. Or dishes used by famous authors, or and you're like, wow, he cooked on there, he bathed in that pot,
Right.
like it was amazing.
Now I tell you what, I have gone outside and
Yeah.
like at night. This happened last night, and
Hmm.
I could smell this sweet, almost like a perfumey type smell,
Hmm.
and I've never smelt it before.
Yeah.
So something was around. Something was definitely around.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Oh, the other night I was laying here, and like I don't smoke. No one smokes in the house. Nothing. I smell. You know how those Swisher cigarettes are? You know those Swishers? I smelled that by my bed. You know what I'm talking about? Swisher ones, like sort of like
Yeah,
cigars.
yeah,
Yeah, I smelled that. I smelled like it's after smell,
yeah.
like in your fingers. I smelled that next to this trash can. It's
That's
what.
crazy.
It's crazy. You smell the like, yeah, wow. I was just like, that's amazing, dude.
You
That's
didn't
man.
smoke it in your dreams, did you?
Oh, hey, wait, well, maybe. Nah, shit. I was like, why not? No, shoot. I know Jackson knows how that feels. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No. Come on, Jack. Tell the truth. No, you smoke a little reefer. Just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. For kids only entertainment.
She froze again.
Anyways, so we still got 11 minutes. She gets enough time to get up here again. God. Well, I want to say like haunted beds, like or hotels, like you know what I mean. Could a bed be haunted by a spirit?
I mean, you would think because they die on it, right?
Yeah.
So you would think it would still hold that energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Or anything, really anything. Like, I mean, like I just got a hospital. Like they gave me a little reacher, because I got paid on my thigh and everything, and I just reached in, reached something, and like imagine that reacher that was been used by plenty of people, but you don't feel any energy off of it because Yeah, but anyways, like imagine that dude just holding something that used to be someone's.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. That's why I don't shop at thrift stores or anything because you don't know what kind of energy's on a drawer, a dresser or anything like, or extra hangers.
That's like going to a house that's still full of somebody's memories.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, man. Honestly. Well, even like if you go to Walmart and you buy it fresh out of the box, their touch is gonna be like, God, I always wanted that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And they die and then it's in there.
Yeah.
And it's never been used, but it's there.
Yeah.
Or you don't know what's died on that property.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's there. Like, okay, there's a grocery store. It's a grocery store in Texas. It's called HEB. Okay? My wife knows what I'm talking about. Okay, every single time there's always bread flying off the shelves.
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
everybody sees it and I'm just like, whoa. It's like, I'm like, yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
Although I seen it with I was just like, I was getting some bread, right? And all of a sudden it was further down, the expensive bread. And then one just like came out like that.
Wow.
And I mean, I would love to investigate there.
That'd be
Like,
crazy.
I mean, it's amazing.
No.
It's amazing to
You
actually
run away and you run away. You run away. You can't keep going. You run away. You run
go
away.
away. I could be on for
You
hours.
run away.
Gosh.
You run away. I
Even
will
Jackson,
trip you to hold you down if you don't run away. I will make you face ghost.
you got 8 minutes, Dave. Come on. Just kidding. You
I'll
could've-
trip you. You'll be all right. You just gotta stay there and look.
She's cool. We talk to each other like this. So you said it.
You might be like,
Dude,
nope, I'm
dude.
out. I'm like, trip, nope, you win.
Dude, you got 8 minutes. I have my time for 8 minutes. Come on. You're wasting. Just joking.
Just come to my house, Eli. Just come to my house.
Yeah, you cook me for some dinner. No, there you go.
Look, she gonna say, "Come to my house." She gonna ghost you.
Gosh, I mean, she has some spirits there. No, man. Just one time, we were talking about interviewing somebody, and all of a sudden, someone said no, and it wasn't her. She wasn't talking.
Really?
Yeah, but there she is again. She came back. She's gonna come back and say, "Hey, I'm gonna make you some good dinner."
You're gonna make me dinner?
Shit. Fuck, you scared the shit out of me. Like, you're a fucking spirit. Oh, shit. Holy tamale.
I'm ghosty Jack. I'm ghosty.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand.
Told you, you never know when I'm creeping, Eli. Never know.
Only the shadows know. That's what they say. Right?
All right, guys. I love everybody. Sam, thank you for coming. I appreciate you so much.
Wait, 8 minutes. Can you share talk about his channel real quick? We got 8 minutes. We got 8 minutes. We can't just leave it like that.
Somebody drop
my
No. Can you, sir? Can you talk about the channel?
Look, Lori wants a milkshake, and if she don't get a milkshake, hey, Sorta, what's up?
Sorta, can you talk about your channel real quick before we go, if you don't mind?
How are you doing?
Can you go ahead and tell us about your channel? What inspired you to make your channel?
Yeah. It's just my curiosity for the paranormal. I mean, to get answers, to document things, stuff that I find. I'm fixing to start doing a whole lot of research on a bunch of stuff. So that's going to be added to my channel so that I know when I go to investigate somewhere, I know what I'm dealing with.
Dude, give me 6 minutes, dude. Give me 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Yeah, but come on, Jax. You know I don't like even. I like everything even.
Somebody dropped my channel link.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead and Jax. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Ah shit. And make me some lunch. Or yeah. I did. Shit. You know what I mean? Maybe some enchiladas with some flatas.
Oh, here she goes.
Okay, she can end it. Go ahead and end it, sis. You can't give me that 5 minutes, can't you? Oh, do you have any questions, Jax?
Boo!
Oh,
Boo.
shit. Damn. I lost weight quick. Oh, shit.
Boo hoo.
Boo!
Well,
I'm
thank you
quick.
for
I'm quick.
coming up and sharing your journey with us, you know, and I appreciate it, man. And
I'm good,
thank you.
Regan.
I'm very inspired by your channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
What?
Somebody dropped my link.
Drop her link. I'm good, sorter, man. I'm
What
getting there,
link?
man. With this after COVID stuff, it's kind of hard, but I'm getting there. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We'll go like this for
5
5 minutes.
minutes?
5 minutes.
Actually, it's 4.
5 minutes!
Thanks, sorter. Okay, later. 4
4
minutes now.
minutes!
Guys, be safe out there. Stay positive and wear protection. I mean, on your face. Because I know how it feels to die. So
Oh,
you don't want
there
to.
she goes. There she went.
Oh, you don't want to. You don't want to go through that. It's awful, nasty stuff. Yeah, and then they got this new Derek going out too.
Yeah. See, this stuff has been around over a year, and
Yeah.
I have never been sick.
What?
Never.
And dude, I don't even go to the bar. I stay at home. I stay
That's
at
me.
home.
I stay home. I go to the store. I mask up. I come back. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I don't know how, and I have to go to my appointments now 3 times a week, physical therapy, and like I'm on medicine to clear all my system out.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy. Oh, if Jax would just talk about whatever. But okay, how about pipes? Like, so you say anything could be haunted, right? A piece of paper, ironing board, or I mean, even your curtains or whatever. Like, oh man, that's
Yeah. I mean, you got to think when
amazing.
somebody passes, you got all that energy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you're still gonna have that one spirit, but the residual. You think of it as an explosion, right? The
Mm,
explosion is concentrated in one area, but you've got all this residual going out.
yeah,
That's how I think of somebody when they pass, their spirit. You've got this one here, but then you've got the residual that transfers everywhere else.
that's amazing. It is. Wow. No, I just still can't get over that. Like, sorry, I know we talked about it before, but it's just amazing. Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason you have things like dolls, and you could have a TV, you could have a desk, you could have a couch, you could have a
Hmm.
chair, anything.
Wow. I would love to be a sensitive man, just to try to touch some or whatever. I don't know. I'm correct about that, but I would love to just touch something, then like a old memory come back. That's not mine.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
Dude, to like think about the 1800s, like how they lived and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, man, that would be amazing. Or the 1600s. Oh man, dude, we gotta talk about more about that, dude. For real.
Yeah.
I'm full of ideas, dude.
I
Really.
mean that would be so. I mean, you just grab like a spray
Thank you,
bottle.
Regan. I appreciate you. Mwah.
Bye, Justy.
Bye, Jesse.
Brother,
I gave you your 4 minutes, Eli.
Okay, well, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you saying now?
Oh, I said I thought it would be. I think it would be amazing to grab somebody's pipe from like the 16,
You
17,
can eat your
1800s
food.
and touch it.
I'll make you
Be able
some
to get a
food.
flash of what
Yeah,
that would be just freaking awesome.
Yes, because you
dude. There's this old cabin over here where we live at, and these it was for the slaves area. You know what I mean? And they have the same pots, same clothing there, every beds,
Maybe we put
everything.
the kitty dresser in there, both
That would be
reefs from
amazing to
in the
touch and be
fridge.
like, damn it.
That'd be awesome.
I gotta interview this guy next time, man. Oh, there she go. Fuck. But anyways, so that's amazing, dude. I would love to have that gift. I know a lot of people, man. I mean, just to be like, oh, touch it and be like, oh shit, back in the freaking Victorian days, you know, or see him eat at the table with that same spoon. Oh,
I've got to bounce.
Oh, you gotta leave?
She needs to hurry up and get in here.
Yeah, he needs to use the bathroom. I do too. I need to get my laundry.
I gotta go. I gotta bounce.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, bro.
This is awesome.
All right, guys. I love you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Sam. I'm going to call you after this is done. I'll call you, Sam.
All right.
All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for coming. Rican, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you, mi amor.
Hi, everybody.
I love you, Boo Boo Kitty. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye.
Later, y'all.